Well, today I spoke with parents weighing in on how the district should craft its cell phone policy, which is actually aimed at eliminating distractions in the classroom while also leaving the door open for parents to get a hold of their kids.
My kids are super disciplined. They know absolutely not to touch their cell phone in school unless they need it.
Hyatt Brutus has kids in elementary and middle school. However, only one of them has a phone that they take with them every day.
They don't text me until they get on the bus. And I only have it for purposes of tracking them in case anything were to happen.
Her comments come as Wake School Board members are working through a unified cell phone policy, narrowing down when students can use their phones in emergency situations.
The draft policy that we gave you, which was built on the School Board Association model policy, also uses the in the event of an emergency language. That's pretty broad.
What would happen if school staff confiscate a phone, how to address the school and district's liability if something even happens to the phone after it's taken away.
We can't necessarily overturn civil law just by a policy,
Correct.
right?
And if phones need to be turned completely off or if they can be in silent or airplane mode during class hours.
Kids are just going to put on silent and put away anyways. When they're supposed to, most of them are not going to turn it off. We're not checking 100,000 cell phones every day to ensure they're off. That would be a ridiculous waste of time.
Today's meeting, a working session, and then furthering the conversation to the district's policy committee next week. And parents have thoughts on how the district should write the rules.
They should definitely monitor and be careful with the students that do have their phones, and that in elementary and middle school, they should be prohibited.
I would think the district should allow each school to handle it differently, depending on the kids and how much they're cooperating or not cooperating.
Now, ultimately, the district will have to go with what state lawmakers actually decide. Both the House and the Senate have their own version, both similar versions, that is, of a cell phone policy as it relates to campuses across the state. The district will then have to abide by what's actually passed by state lawmakers. In Cary, Dewan Hogard, ABC 11 Eyewitness News.